resources of Kazakhstan is an inexhaustible reservoir. According to the reaches of the mineral resource base, the Republic of Kazakhstan is among the top 10 countries in the world. Almost every element from the periodic table of Mendeleev could be found in our country. Thus, out of the 105 elements of the periodic table, the reserves of Kazakhstan hold about 99 of them. Among the Commonwealth countries, Kazakhstan ranks third in gold mining. The largest reserves of precious metal deposits in the country are in the East Kazakhstan region. They are estimated to be at more than 500 tons. The reserves of Akmola region is also rich in gold. Our reserves store nearly 260 tons of the precious metal. Karaganda region hides about 115 tons of gold. Today, Kazakhstan is aimed at the production of gold of the highest standard, which is produced in the country at home. The volumes of production also assigned. The state should receive 70 tons of gold with 9,999 label every year.
По недрам занимаем в мире где-то 9-10 позицию. Мы богатая страна на золото. Золото у нас встречается в двух вариантах.
We hold 9th, 10th position for our golden reserves. We are a rich country for gold. Gold in Kazakhstan can be found in two versions, as a substand with a polymetallic ore and native gold. Kazakhstan also has deposits of global significance. There are Vasilkovsky Mining and Beneficiation Complex and Bakarchi. For gold production, we hold 52nd, 53rd places. In the future, we can increase the production up to 7,500 tons per year, as our president assigned to us last year. The potential of our fields is sufficient.
До 75, значит, до 100 тонн в год. Потенциал, значит, наших месторождений достаточно.
As you can see, there is no problem with the raw materials. It's necessary to solve the problem with technology. After all, only at the beginning of the 1990s, Kazakhstan was able to get from its deposits about 6 tons of the precious metal per year. The reason of such poor performance is simple. The country at the time simply did not have the modern technologies for the production of gold. And just last year, the issue of processing technologies of raw material was removed from the agenda in Kazakhstan. Project cost is about 5 billion tenge. All the most advanced technologies that exist today in the world for the production of precious metals are all concentrated here. I had a real journalistic luck to get into the inner sanctum of the plant and see how the gold bars are born, and even take part in a simple technological operation and hold in my own hands $500,000. It is clear that the object is of a strategic importance, and to get in here is just not that easy and possible. There are 4 levels of inspection. At first, visitors are checked by the personnel of Ministry of Internal Affairs. The first stage is over and we move on. At the entrance to the plant itself, you have to leave all your personal items, jewelry, cell phones, and etc. A young professional, Dayor Temirhan, will conduct a tour of the plant and will tell us about some of the secrets of the birth of precious metals. A student at Satpayev Kazakh National Technical University, Dayor Temirhan, was noticed during his studies. Here he passed an industrial internship, and after that, Dayor received an offer he could not refuse. He became a member of specialists team who are implementing a breakthrough project for our country.
Перед нашим руководством была поставлена задача в сжатые сроки реализовать проект.
Our top management was challenged with a very difficult task. They had to implement the project in a very short period of time. For me personally, as for a young professional, it was also a very important task. The project to build a plant for the production of gold was of a strategic importance. It was implemented by the order of the president to ensure economic security of the country. For us, for young professionals, it was a great opportunity to work on such an innovative plant. It enabled us to gain international qualifications, study abroad, attend various mining and metallurgical conferences.
Международные горно-металлургические конференции.
It is here in this relatively large shops economic security of the country is born. The plant's capacity is 25 tons of gold and 50 tons of silver per year. For technical indicators, it has become one of the most advanced and modern refining companies in the world.
Нам, нашему коллективу, нашим инженерам удалось выбрать самую передовую технологию, которая была.
Our team, our engineers, were able to choose the best technology that has been in various refining facilities around the world. Our guys visited factories in Switzerland, several factories in Germany, Italy, Wascana Plant City, Hairetz. Our technicians saw one of the best technologies and managed to combine all of them in a single process chain, and that is what makes our factory unique.
Нашим технарям удалось это все объединить в единую технологическую цепочку, и таким образом в целом наш завод оказался уникальный.
This is a quality control department. The entire production cycle starts from here. The incoming raw materials, and there are several types of them, door, simply put a silver gold alloy, cathodic gold placer or native gold, and scrap jewelry, are sorted here, samples are taken to the laboratory and then sent to the Department of Primary Melting of Gold and Silver Anodes. Hello, here it is. Laboratory of Plant is a unique research complex that allows to carry out 4 types of research. The laboratory specialists work at all stages of the production process from raw material acceptance prior to the shipment of the final product. Central Laboratory is engaged in plant input control of raw materials as well as with interim analysis of finished products. In a short period of time, we were able to implement all 4 methods of analysis in our laboratory. We were able to confirm our analysis results with the results of other laboratories. We conducted inter-laboratory comparative analysis with other laboratories and also managed to accredit our laboratory. But gold is not the only precious metal that is produced at the refinery in Astana. Sterling silver, this is another area of the enterprise. And even here the plant took a step further. The company produces silver bars weighing 100 and 250 grams, as well as 1 and 12-pound bars.
В цехе электролиза серебра 24 электролизных ванны. Они находятся на 2-м уровне. Так вот, отпуская все специализированные термины...
In silver electrolysis department, 27 electrolysis baths are installed. If we will dismiss all the specialized technical terms, we can say that it's here where the birth of the precious metal is actually happening.
Полученное сырье промывается деминерализованной водой.
and then they get to be delivered here. Afterwards, they're rinsed with distilled water. This way, they get to be cleaned from chemicals and sent for drying, what we will do now. This procedure does not allow any rush. Everything should be done clearly and accurately. By the way, it resembles a sea scent. Well, I guess I cannot resist the temptation to not touch it. To the touch, it feels exactly as the sea scent. So now let's go to the dryers. Temperature is already set in advance. The whole procedure takes less than 3 hours. And now we can see what happened after 3 hours. 3 hours after, and we can see what has actually happened. Here it is, our silver, and these crystals resemble precious metals that we used to see before. Now I'm going to the Department of Technical Control. When we fill in 3 baths, we get about 150 kilograms of cathode silver per day on an average, and it's of the highest quality. According to regulations, annual production of cathode silver should be about 50 kilograms. But when we use our own resources, we can produce up to 400 tons of cathode silver. And all this could be done without any negative impact on the environment. Green technology in this field is everywhere. It is known that the production cycle in such enterprises impacts the nature in some way, but it's not the case at this plant. For example, 3 tons of used water is purified and then it's used in the production again, and the gas emitted from the plant does not exhale back to the atmosphere. All baths, unlike at other companies, are capped and equipped with aspiration technology. 100% of all evaporation is absorbed. Then it goes to the purification technologies where it's neutralized and purified. And already purified air goes into the atmosphere. But the main production facility of the plant is certainly a gold electrolysis department. 7 small equipment pieces are able to produce in one shift up to 30 kilograms of pure gold. The work does not stop here even for a minute. The country has already received more than 3 tons of the precious metal, labeled at 9,999.
Производительность цеха в данный момент составляет сутки от 15 до 30 килограмм.
Production performance of the plant is between 15 to 30 kilograms of cathode gold. Rated capacity of the plant is up to 25 tons per year. But we have an opportunity, if we will have large quantities of raw materials, we can produce up to 70 tons of cathode gold. This is pure gold, 99.99%.
Это чистое золото, 99,99%.
And here we are in the shop where gold and silver bars are made. Hello. Please show us your work. For starters, you have to wear gloves. Whatever you say. As I understand that this particular device is used for making those golden bars that we used to see in the movies, special graphite molds are filled with gold beads of exactly 12 kilograms. That part was taken care of by the technical control department. Now we close the lid. But for the beginning, we have to smooth the gold out. We put it into this device and we turn it on. In this compartment, at a temperature of 1200 degrees, gold pellets are melted and gold changes its condition from liquid to solid. After that, it goes under the process of cooling. And at the end of the entire process, we get those 12 kilograms of pure gold. To get the bar out of the form requires a special skill. Here it is, the precious bar of gold. And now we are ready to go in the area of branding. And now the most important thing is to put a label.
Так. Аккуратно здесь нужно прежде всего сделать все. Все, я поехал.
Label of compliance with quality standards in Kazakhstan mark are applied. Frankly, I'm a little bit nervous. It's the first time I have a pure golden bar in my hands. By the way, it costs $500,000. Label of compliance with quality standards in Kazakhstan mark are applied. Thank you very much for your tour. Now I know how the gold of Kazakhstan is made. Goodbye. By the way, to leave this plant, we have to clean our shoes, just in case if I will have any golden dust on my shoes. Today, Kazakhstan actively shapes its own reserves of gold. Nearly 157 tons of this precious metal is at the National Bank. According to this indicator, Kazakhstan ranks at 26th place in the world.